Hi everyone, this is Clara with Card Stamping with Clara. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm welcome you all to our little tutorial here tonight. I've been having some fun this week with some Halloween cards. So there's just a couple of things to mention and then we'll get right at it. First thing is, if you haven't pushed the subscribe button, please do that. That helps me and it will allow you to find out when I'm putting up a video. The other thing is, I want to mention that celebration is coming to an end at the end of September. So got a little bit of time yet, but not a lot to take advantage of some free product. If you're needing something, then you might as well get a bonus while you can, and instead of waiting until after the time expires. So we're going to get started here. I'm going to show you the card we're doing tonight. This is a fun little card. We're looking at a lot of orange here tonight. This says, my tail says it's the twitching hour. So I thought this little cat was cute. And on the inside it says it's Halloween. So I'll lay that back there and I'll show you this set that we're going to focus on tonight. And it's really not much as far as product goes to make all these cards. The stamp set is called Clever Cats. It says, really, I've been cute all 9 lives. Have a perfect Halloween. Of course, you can see the cat. This says, hey, crazy cat. Got a little spider. It says it's Halloween. Got a witch's hat. My tail says it's the twitching hour. We got a pumpkin. The cat in the box, which is the one we're going to be focusing on tonight. Then we've got the little head of a cat just peeping over something, and a couple of little bats. And this is a photopolymer set, so it's easy to use and what have you, but it doesn't have a die set per se that comes along with it. It's not a bundle, it's just this little photopolymer set. But I did use a couple of dies. Some of my old faithfuls. One is Stitched So Sweetly dies, and this is a great set to have in your stash. I used the largest scalloped and the second largest scalloped rectangle. So those are the 2 dies that I used out of this set. And I did use one more die for a sentiment, and it is in the rectangle stitch framelits die. And it's this little one right here. It's 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, and I wrote that on the instructions so you'll be able to pick it out which one that I used. But that's the one, and I do love this set. It is great for so many things. All right, that is not much for supplies tonight. So let's take a look at these cards, and then we'll put this little card together, and maybe you'll see something you like tonight. I certainly hope so. This card, I've got the little pumpkin and the cat peeping out. It says it's Halloween. Got little spiders hanging down everywhere, and the witch's broom and the witch's hat. And the background here is done with the brick and mortar embossing folder, and this is crumb cake for a color and pumpkin pie. And on the inside I did not write anything. This one is more like a note card. This one says, really, I've been this cute all my 9 lives, or all 9 lives. And this paper is free during celebration with a $50 purchase. It's called the Beautifully Pinned paper pack. It's got 4 different, it's got 4 different sheets of patterns, and it's perfect for this Halloween. This black one was, I thought, with the stripes and what have you. Like I said, it's free with a $50 purchase. And I put some black gems, and I've got the pumpkin pie again and the basic black. And on the inside, I put Happy Halloween on this one. Happy Halloween did not come with this set. It came with a set from last year, but I've got It's Halloween, and then I thought for this one, there's a couple that I thought Happy Halloween suited just a little bit better. This one says, Hey Crazy Cat, and I made it look like a nighttime sky, and you got a couple of kitties having a conversation. And I put some stars in the background. This is the very vanilla cardstock, and there again, it's just basic black, pumpkin pie. Pumpkins are also colored in pumpkin pie, and Happy Halloween on the inside of this one. This one is on a very vanilla card base. This one says it's Halloween, and I went a little bit different on this one. I made it look like three little kitties are peeping up over a border or a, who knows what. But I used the embossing folders, the thanks and hello, and this is the hello. You can see right there. It's like the little kitties are saying hello, and you've got different different languages like bonjour for the French folks and what have you. And it's Halloween. I used the soft succulent and evening evergreen. Excuse me. This is the soft succulent. This is the evening evergreen. And then I used the basic black there again. And this too is a note card. This one I put on a little bit different paper. It says it's got the same sentiment. Really, I've been this cute all my 9 lives. I used the evening evergreen. This paper came from the Painted Christmas. And I've used this before, but I really like this design. I think it is so pretty. And we got this cat sitting up on top, and I put some little gems. This is the 2021 to 23 gems for the new colors. That's the evening evergreen. And a Happy Halloween on the inside of that one. And this one says, Have a perfect Halloween. And this cat is going to go for a broom ride. And the bats are out and flying. And this is the paper that's free again, the striped paper. And it will open. This one, like I said, this one's a note card. And I didn't put a lot on the inside of these. But anyway, we turned that one a little different. And I used a square layering die, and I've got a scalloped black, basic black underneath that. If you could, maybe you can see that. I hope so. And the last one, it's got the same sentiment. My tail says it's the twitching hour. And this paper, interestingly, is from the Peaceful Place. And it looks kind of like a wooded background, but it's done in silver and gray. So I decided with the black that would look right nice. And I stamped the kitty and I colored in the box. And this is the round layering dies that I cut the background out of, and the layering scalloped edges. This is just some orange ribbon that I don't know where I got it, but it was sparkly, and I thought it was a good time of year to use it. So that's thought that would add a little extra touch. This one says it's Halloween. Put a little bat there. All right. That's a quick overview. Hope you got an idea or two out of that. And we're going to put this one together. Don't think it'll take long tonight. Just give you a quick look at what I did, and we'll go from there. I've got the card base already prepared, as I usually do. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25, and I've gone ahead and stamped It's Halloween, the bat, and put it on the basic black as a background border. So that's always easy to do, so I don't usually do that on camera. So this is the way this little card goes together. First thing I'm going to do, well, let me mention to you before I color this. I stamped my cat and my, I don't think I stamped the spider. Stamped the cat before I before I cut it out with the scalloped die. And the reason I did that is because once you get that cat stamped, you can just kind of balance your distance from here to here, and it's just easier. You can get the cat down towards the bottom or wherever you want it. And then I came back and used the little stamp to make the spider web and put the little spider there as if they are communicating. So, you know, it's up to you. If you want to cut this piece out and then stamp it on it, if that's easier for you, that's fine. But that's the way I did it. This is the blends that I used. It's the dark pumpkin pie. And I think there's a stamp that I actually could have stamped the orange over that, but I just liked doing it with the blends, so that's what I did. I did it with the blends, and as you will see, it won't take but just a second to do this. This little box is so small, and it really does brighten it up the card to go ahead and put a little extra color. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. See there? That's it. That's all in the world. That's all the coloring. If you haven't used the blends, this is the bullet end. And this is the paint end. I will show you that. The only thing with blends is you don't want to put too much down because it can kind of get away from you and run outside the lines if you press too hard. Okay, next thing you need to do is take this piece and we will glue it to this black piece, which is hiding now. It's all camouflaged against this piece that I used to work on. We'll get it pulled up here. Put a little glue. And I'm using the all-purpose glue. I like to do that because of being able to slip my paper just a little bit if it needs to be lined up a little bit better. And honestly, this one seems to have almost fallen in perfectly. I believe it has. Oh, I love it when that happens. I don't know, like I said, sometimes it'll do that. Whoops, I slipped it. I did. But I will put it back. That's the only thing about the glue is you do kind of have to press like that instead of this way, because if you do and it's still got some give to it, it doesn't slip real easily. I mean, it slips too easily, excuse me. Gracious. Now then, we're going to put this piece onto the embossed piece, and the only thing, if you've not used dry embossing, that's what this is. I'll hold it up there so you can see the design, and it makes it look like it's kind of against a building of some kind. And I'm going to put this over to the left-hand side and just leave a little bit of a border. Okay. I think that'll be all right, maybe. Let's see. Guess that's good. Okay. Now then, I did not think to lay the embossing folder up here that I used. But here it is. This is the folder I used. And I'll use this white sheet to show you. Lay your embossing folder in, or your paper in this way, in this orientation, because the bricks run horizontally in this. And if you've got a little spritzer of some kind, just spray you a tiny little bit of water, or you can use alcohol if you've got something that's got some alcohol in it. And what it does is it gives the paper just enough give that you get a better image. So that's all you do for an embossing folder, and you just run it through your die machine, layer it into a sandwich, whatever kind you've got, and that makes a really nice background then. Gives it some more character and what have you. So that's not a big deal. So this is now going to go on to the next piece of basic black. This basic black is 4 inches wide by 5.25 inches lengthwise. And that's the same size that you need for the inside too. And I have all these instructions on my website. You'll see a picture of the card. You'll see a download for the directions and the supply list. Then I will put the video on after that, so if you want to refer back to the video, you can. And then down at the very bottom, below all this stuff, there is a list of the things that I use to make this with. So if you need one of the items, you can just click on that and it'll take you straight to my store. And you can use my code that's on the website, and you'll be good to go. So right there's the panel is almost finished, but this is where we're going to put it onto the card base. Okay, got a little piece of fuzz right there. Don't need that. Okay. There we go. I guess I am a fan of bright colors, and the oranges and what have you at in the fall of the year are just nice with Thanksgiving and what have you. Okay, all right. Now then, I went ahead and I cut this piece, and I used the die to cut out around the sentiment. That was the little die I was showing you a minute ago. And this is about a 1/4 of an inch larger. I've got the specific directions on my, the specific size on my web page. I want to say that it's 1.5 by 2. But don't hold me to that. Just look at the web page. Sometimes Grandma's memory plays tricks on her here. So, okay, I put some dimensionals on the back to lift it up. And something else too about the dimensionals. If you have a couple of layers like this, and you're going to be going across 2 or 3, the dimensionals really work better than trying to glue it down, because if you glue it down, sometimes it's kind of lumpy. It's not even because you got 2 layers here. So we're going to put this in the upper right hand corner of this panel, and I'm going to lay this over most of the spider's web, and as you can see, there's a little bobble there where I was trying to connect the two, and the reality of it is not much of the web is going to show anyway, so I didn't concern myself too much with that. This little spider is not quite down as far as the other one was, so he's just kind of peeping out underneath, talking to the kitty. All right. To add a little more bling, I used the champagne jewels, and that's these. They're called basic champagne jewels. And I got stuff falling all over the place, and that's typical of me. So we're going to put 2 or 3 of these little gems, add a little sparkle to this card. As far as I'm concerned, Halloween is for the kids, and if they can enjoy it and it be safe, then that's fine. And a card like this would be great for your grandchildren or a niece or nephew, or somebody that really enjoys having a little fun, and even for an adult for that matter. So there you go. Now, is that not an easy little card to make? Excuse me, my label there is coming up. So there we are with a second one, and it didn't take long at all. I hope that you enjoy this. I just think this little cat is so cute, peeping up out of the box. That's so typical of a cat. You never quite know what they're going to do. I heard somebody this week I was listening to, and he said he had one cat in his life, and the cat kept biting him or scratching him, or was being a little bit like a feline. And he said, I named her Jezebel appropriately. So he never had another cat after that. But anyway, it was rather comical. Okay, that's about to wind it up tonight. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you would, again, if you haven't pushed the subscribe button, I ask that you do that one more time. And I also, I would remind you, this is the best time of the year to join Stampin' Up!, either as a hobby demonstrator or as someone that wants to demonstrate and earn a few bucks. I will say this, last week when I said that you would make a commitment for to purchase $240 a quarter. What I failed to mention to you is that you can stop at any time. You don't even have to purchase any more after you purchase the first kit for $99 and get $125 worth of product plus an extra bundle. So it's kind of a win-win. I mean, if you just want to get a good deal and buy a few products and get a few extra products, it's Stampin' Up! Doesn't mind if you just never buy, another, or don't have another commitment to another quarter. You don't have to. So, but if you stay with it, then you do get a discount. That's the thing. So, if that didn't make a lot of sense to you, I hope it did. But if it didn't, all those facts are on my website. Again, I try to clarify my bumbling mouth on my website and think about what I'm doing when I get it all written up. So I hope everything is written correctly. I do make an effort to make sure that it is. So that's about it for tonight. I will be back before too long with some more cards, and I hope you have a very good week. Thank you for your time.